What's going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings, when healthy, once TJ Hockenson gets back, have the best MF and tripod of pass catchers in the National Football League. Jefferson is wide receiver 1 in the league. Addison is quickly rising up to be the best wide receiver 2. Hockenson is a top 3 tight end, and he is not 3. Not saying, I'm just saying. So the Vikings definitely have an absolute beauty of an attack with those 3 leading the way. Don't care if it's Sam Darnold. Don't care if it's J.J. McCarthy. It could be Kevin O'Connell out there at quarterback, and the Vikings would certainly get things done on offense through the air. But, of course, Pro Football Focus, PFF, frenemies, noted frenemies of the Vikings. Like, they can't just give the respect. Noted. So they did up a top 2024 NFL receiving core ranks. Bears and Texans cracked the top 5. Oh, the flavors of the week making the top 5. La-ti-da. So up there at 1, you have San Francisco. Now, this is not just wide receivers, right? So this is pass catchers all-encompassingly. But I feel like that standard doesn't apply to the Vikings. But, of course, it doesn't. But, yeah. I mean, so they got Debo, even though he's basically a running back. They got Brandon Ayuk for the time being before they trade him to the Steelers for a second-round pick. Kittle's fine. McCaffrey's fine. Okay. And, of course, everyone's got a hard-on over Ricky Pearsall, even though, I mean, if Ricky Pearsall's so good, where's his production at Florida? I don't know. And people discount Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings probably should have been Super Bowl MVP. And Juwan Jennings is going to play twice as much as Ricky Pearsall because he can run block. It's the name of the game. Dolphins at 2. It's ironic that the Dolphins have so many pass catching weapons because they want to be a running team. But Tyreek, Waddle, blah 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 blah, and that's really it. I mean, sure, out of the backfield, sure, but I mean, Jonnu Smith, is that what's doing? Devin Akane, nah. Eagles at 3. Now this is definitely just the Eagles being massively overrated. So I like A.J. Brown. I like Devontae Smith. Would I take Jefferson and Addison over both of them? Yes. Yes, I would. And, Goddard. So you're hyping up Goddard, but you're not even talking about his injury. And you're hyping up Saquon Barkley, even though Aaron Jones is better receiving back than Saquon. But other than that, I mean, Philly's really good. The Bears, this is just a case of putting the cart before the horse. So Keenan Allen is old. Like, I'm not ready to say he's washed because he put up 20 catches against the Vikings. DJ Moore is a stud, but I mean, you're just banking on Rome Odunze stepping in and being that guy. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's got talent, sure, but you're just banking that he's going to be that guy right away. And then Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett, that's your big move. Great. DeAndre Swift, like that's your trump card. But how do they get to 4? Is what I want to know. Again, the Bears are basically getting the Lions treatment from last offseason, except they're not going to win more than 6 games. That's it. Texans at 5. So, yeah, respect. You got Nico. You got Tank. You got Stephon Diggs now. I mean, sure. So, I get it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to sign Mixon. And Schultz is pretty damn good. Yeah. But the Vikings clock just outside the top 5 at 6. I take this as massive disrespect because I like the Texans. I would put the Vikings over the Texans and the Bears and Eagles. The Vikings obviously should be over as well. I think San Francisco is overrated, especially since Ayuk is probably an underdog to be on the roster to start the season, even though he's there now. Like I would, and the Dolphins are like 2 guys and nothing else. All right, but the Vikings. So this is what the road. Jefferson is PFF's number 1 receiver heading into the 2024 season. Addison flashed in 2023 as a good wide receiver 2 when healthy. What do you mean when healthy? Like, where's Jordan Addison's major injury? Yeah. TJ Hockenson has established himself as a top 5 tight end. Misspelled 3, but earning a 82.4 PFF receiving grade last season. The Vikings added A.A. Ron Jones to the depth chart this offseason, a productive pass catcher over the past 5 years. Productive. So PFF has raved when Jones was with the Packers about his pass receiving prowess, about his pass blocking prowess, which allows him to be on the field on passing downs. So no mention of that at all. Sure. I did like that the Lions got knocked down a peg or two because you would think that they would be hyped up. I mean, with Sling and Sam Laporta, Amon St. Brown, Jameson Williams, who only shows up against the Vikings, and then Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, if anything, I feel like the Lions definitely got shafted. But, I mean, the Vikings are hated on by being outside the top 5. But, again, the Lions being the cat's ass, it's kind of surprising. Let's see, Rams, Bengals. I'm surprised the Bengals aren't higher, given that Chase is a stud. And, yes, they do have T. Higgins on a one-year deal. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Who's at the bottom? Oh, hold on. All right, so Falcons at 13. But I was told that with Drake London and Darnell Mooney, like they're studs. Kyle Pitts, Bergeron. Come on. Let's see here. Going down an earlier round. Like I want to see where the Panthers are. Oof, Panthers at 29. Panthers receiving room. Blah 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 blah. They don't even mention Thielen. Wow, surprising. 30 Broncos. Hey, but no, don't worry. Like every little thing's gonna be all right because you got Bo Nix. 31 Chargers. Yeah, I believe that. Although I do think that Lab McConkey is gonna be a little something. Yeah, and the 32 Patriots. It hurts. That hurts. I mean, they had our guy KJ, and he doesn't even get mentioned in the blurb. It's ridiculous, man. But either way, like I said, there probably are other teams that got disrespected more than the Vikings. The Lions certainly would be one of them. The Bengals, sure. But, I mean, the Vikings should be top 3. Like, I feel like it should be the Dolphins, I guess the Niners, and the Vikings up there too. Lions probably got shafted. But the Eagles and the Bears definitely got overrated. I mean, Texans are fine. I would still put the Vikings ahead of them. But Eagles and Bears, definitely there's a lot of kissing on up. Get the hell out of here. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. PFF hates on the Vikings pass catchers. How can you hate on this beautiness, this glory? Baby. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.